Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting Lion's Den. I am Yahweh South. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first I like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Rokak Rodash Mahamath. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the archons on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay. Well, this popped up on the phone and the Spirit moved me to do a lesson. This is a devastating blow to the whip. And this is how we beat them. You know, that's Karl Schwab and the rest of his Goonies, right? Who are not elected in power of government, but yet are breaking laws along with the government of America. The Edomites are breaking laws and they're kissing, each other's butt to do wicked things to us, right? And before I go any further, I was looking at one of the archons, my brother from Lion's Den, Nakar. He did a lesson called The Great Downfall, where Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai marked America, right, with the ancient alphabet letters on America. In other words, like Nakar said, X marks the spot. Okay? It was a very strong lesson, and it has proof because, see, we use spiritual eyes in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, while other people are using just the eyes of the flesh, right? They cannot see what's coming.
Health Organization.
Oops, so let me play this a little bit, and then I go into the lesson. The title of this lesson, The Wicked Lie as Hell. Okay, here we go.
The World Economic Forum and the United Nations all in one fell swoop. We won't be able to because the Biden administration wants to hand sovereign power to all of those organizations, but the state of Louisiana is saying, then we'll do it ourselves. You want something done? You got to do it yourself. The Senate passed a law forbidding the state from cooperating with the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, and the United Nations. They will decide the laws in their state, not international unelected globalists. This is very punk rock. Now, it's interesting because we haven't given you an update on this World Pandemic Treaty in a while, and we're going to take a look at it in a second. And I feel like every time we talk about this, I need to prove to you again how bonkers it is, because the mainstream media says it's not giving up sovereign power. It will not force laws on your country. But then you go and read it, and that's exactly what it says. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist or anyone who's just out there to believe that that is the case. So the World Economic Forum is hoping, the WHO is hoping to put this treaty up for a vote in May, which is interesting because we don't have a draft to read. So what is it they're trying to sneak in there under the radar as countries increasingly get nervous? We're going to talk more about that. Yeah.
They do not want us to read this.
No.
They are being, because
the last time we read it, we were pretty stinking alarmed.
Yeah, and the last time that we read it and we had a chance to get a preview copy of it and go through it is when certain African nations said, absolutely not, we're not moving forward with this. So They don't want people to read this. Like Nancy Pelosi said, you have to pass the legislation first in order to read it.
Right.
Famously. Right?
Yeah.
You have to pass the budget first, then you can read it later.
Let's say that Joe Biden signs this pandemic treaty, which he says that he is going to do. Well, then the rest of the U.S. would have agreed to surveillance by the World Health Organization, tracking, vaccine mandates. They will agree that infodemics are real, and even if you're talking about true information, they have to tamp it down if it will alter your behaviors. These are all things. We've looked at these things. We've looked at it in the PDFs that the WHO has published. It's not conspiracy. So then the question is, could Louisiana be an island, make themselves exempt? The rest of the country would have to...
Okay, let's stop there. So as you can see, that the heathens, right, are moving faster because they know that their time is getting closer, okay? And they know that if they don't move accordingly, as Yahweh Shin Yahushua controls all things, that they're not going to achieve. I mean, even no matter what they do, they're not going to achieve anyway. But they believe they will. Okay, I want to go to Revelation chapter 21, verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters. So I gotta hit this. And all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. That's why they got to move fast. That's why they got to do everything they can, because they want to stop this judgment to come upon them, which is going to come also upon 2/3 of our people, the so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, right? That love this world so much. The only difference is that our people will come back to the new kingdom as babies, okay, but not the Edomites, okay? The Edomites, I mean, they're going to come back to the new kingdom, okay, but they're going to come to go into for slavery, right? I want to go to Revelation chapter 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, right? And the Edomites are aware that this is their kingdom and this is our hell. But when the kingdom of Yahushua comes back on earth, it's going to be their hell and it's going to be our kingdom. I want to go to verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Well, that's, the heathens, right? They're not going to be written in the book of life, right? They don't get salvation. They don't get redemption, right? They don't get forgiveness because they are too wicked. They were created for wickedness, right? So they're going to have to pay the price of being wicked. They love being wicked. What they don't like is being revealed. And the reason they don't like being revealed because that shows how weak they really are. How small and tiny they really are. Right? I want to jump to verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that has part in the first resurrection. So I got to hit this. On such the second death has no part, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Yahushai, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Yeah. It's going to take 1,000 years to put things in order back in this planet, right? They have polluted the air, and now those missiles that what was his name, NASA shot up there. Now word came out on YouTube that that's called swarm technology, right? AI living in the sky, right? The best that I can comprehend, it sounds like I gotta look into it more, but it sounds like thousands and thousands of nanos up there in the air, right? Because AI has to be active in the air in order to not only deceive us, or deceive those who are given to deceive, but also to keep track of the massive amount of chariots that are popping all over the world, right? It has to study how it works, how big or how fast they go, what it's made out of. So they really, the Edomites are really desperate, and they believe that with the technology that they have, they're going to achieve in murdering, killing Yahweh Shai when he comes back, right? They really believe strongly that the Creator can be destroyed. Who created them? Crazy, huh? That's the highest IQ they have. I want to go to Revelation chapter 2, verse 11. And he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. He that overcomes shall not be hurt of the second death. Right? I mean, as much as they have kept spraying in the air, polluting the air, the water, the food, the clothes, the money, right? And the people, okay? Still, they don't understand. The Edomites cannot comprehend, right? And WHO, how in the world, people are not dropping in the amount that they would like, to be dropping down. Okay, so right here, Revelation 2, Yahweh is talking to the churches, hey, wake up, snap out of it, right? Get into the Spirit in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Okay, but again, 2/3 of our people, still want to hold on to that name Jesus, right? Caesar Borgia, that's his real name, son of a pope. Okay, they can look it up for themselves. I want to go to Revelation chapter 22. Salakia. Give me a minute here. Verse 15. For without are dogs, okay? Without the truth, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loves and makes a lie. Yeah. The wicked Edomites love making lies all the time. The beautiful thing about knowing the truth in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, that the WHO and the wicked Edomites that are in power, they can sign all kinds of papers. Okay? They can promote and force, but not the true ones that are called in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai are going to comply. Right? Death through pain. Because they're going to go through it too. They made a commitment that no matter what happens, the wicked are giving their life to do wickedness. Well, we give our life to do righteousness. See how simple that is? Want to go to verse 16? I, Yahweh Shai, have sent my angels to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David. Woo. And the bright and morning star. Right? So a lot of our people, so-called Negros Latinos, Native American speckled birds, that love going to these 501c3 incorporated prostitute churches, believe it's talking about a building. No, it's talking about those who are called in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, who go on the highways and byways as a living sacrifice. We are the living church. All over the world. See? Want to go to Psalm chapter 58. Give me a minute while I look for it. Verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Right? So when we see our people that are promoting or voting for the wicked, for the heathens, right? Through scripture, we already know that, hey, a snake is a snake, man. Why are you lying to yourself? Jake, the so-called Negros Latinos, Native American speckled bird, because you love, the wickedness of this world. And that's why, you have, what they call it in the Bible? Stiff neck, right? And that's how come the punishment that Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai wrote is for those 2/3 of our people who wants to keep participating, doing the work with the heathens. I want to go to Ephesians chapter 5. Give me a minute. Keeping it short tonight. Ephesians, I'm looking for it. Oh, here it goes. Chapter 5, verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darknesses, but rather reprove them. Right? Show the whole world who they are. Reveal them. Right? So that way they cannot deceive those who are called in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The good news is that the whole world now knows who the Edomites are. Their own people are coming out, whistleblowers left and right, showing the world that the true ones that control all things, good and bad, is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? Galatians chapter 6. Give me a minute. Galatians. Oops. Chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whosoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. So I'll leave it with verse 8. For he that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that sows to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. See how beautiful that is? And that's what we are telling our people, the so-called Negros Latinos, Americans, and speckled birds. The time is getting closer, more than ever before. Okay? That CHIP is getting closer to be mandate to the whole world. First, they're going to bring the cashless society, right? The digital system. But rest assured, they will mandate that if you don't take the CHIP, well, I think you know what they're going to do from there. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.